So I give them a bunch of credit doing what they had to do to win the game. Took care of the ball. Receivers made 2 big plays for touchdowns. Took advantage, certainly a lot of mistakes we made, which is the name of the game. There's things you gotta be able to do. And like I said, I don't want to take anything away from them, but man, we talk a lot around here about Furman not beating Furman. Furman did a lot of stuff to try to beat themselves tonight. I'm not sure I've ever been a part of a game where you won. If you're down 4, turnover margin, I think that's what it was. That's the key to the game. And then just the red zone, we gave them 2 short fields. I think they got 10 points out of it. And we left them points on the field, and we foamed a little simple boot. There wasn't even a mesh involved. We thought it wasn't a replay. So, Trey came in, did some really good. It was pretty obvious he did some good stuff. But you got to take care of the ball. That's I don't care what level of football you play. You got to take care of the ball. We'll learn from this. We'll get better. We're a work in progress. I have no doubt. Our guys will come back. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll go to work, and everything we want is still out there in front of us. We just got to do things to be a better football team. I knew we had some challenges. We had a bunch of young guys still playing, still some mistakes, mental mistakes. We got to get corrected. Big penalties. Get touchdown call back. I think we end up having, just any one of those plays really could be the difference in the game. We missed a field goal, but again, give them credit. With that, any questions you may have?
Coach, the inability to run the ball effectively outside of Mayan, really, was that more to do with Furman, or was it more to do with Charleston Southern? What was kind of the key to them stopping?
They had a lot of people in there. You can do that. You got to be able to. It's twofold. You got to be, if you're going to do it, you got to be able to protect when they're bringing pressure. I would protect pretty good most of the night. Maybe your quarterback's got to be involved a little bit in the run game. I think Trey actually, the one play he carried there, he had to get a run. It actually was a missed handoff. So we ended up following the guy. Certainly we got a lot better, and then we go back through. I know there were some things we did not do very good. But yeah, I actually thought we ran the ball pretty good in the first half, didn't do very much in the second half. We'll go back, watch the tape, learn from it.
Luke, you guys seem to get a good amount of pressure in the first half, really the first 2 quarters, and they had not as much in the second half. Was there a difference? Did they change their blocking scheme? What was the difference there?
Yeah, certainly changed. I guess you could say change scheme, change situations. Just kind of all depends. Towards the end when they were up, they were trying to just run the ball, not lose possession of it. So, not much really going on there that I can really comment on.
John, they had 257 yards of offense. There's 2 field balls he threw up. Their kids make really good plays on the ball. Made really good throws. Like I said, we put our defense in some bad spots. I think the disappointing thing is we've been 2 games that got no turnover. So we're 5 down for the year, 2 games. So, stuff we work on, we'll continue to do that.
This is an inexperienced team, and every inexperienced team, I don't know, it's an intangible, I don't know how you describe it, but they have to learn to win. It seemed like with mistakes and things. Luke, you're a very experienced player, and last year's was a team that really knew how to win. Where does that twine meet?
Certainly with experience that helps, but I think it's always hard to win a football game no matter how good or experienced you are. Looking back on that season, there's a few games we barely won. I think it's there, really. Just got to execute better on both sides of the ball. It's a team game, so.
I think this money, you tell our team this, I pulled the schedule for the last 2 years, we went game by game. How many of the close games we won? We're going to be in those kinds of games. Our league's that way. And, it's just nature of who we are. I just don't think we're just going to line up, and I don't think anybody believes that now. We have to do the little things exceptionally well. And obviously, we're not doing those very good right now, and that's a reflection of me. We got to do a better job there, giving our guys a chance to be successful. But you're right, it is a mindset, finding a way. You know, I think our guys still, even when we got the ball back, you know, there's been timeouts, we practiced it a bunch. We get a 5-yard penalty. You know, we should never have, you know, guys substitutes in the game, you know, and so, you know, and then we actually dropped the ball. You know, dropped the ball, and I thought it gave us a chance to. We've been right at the sticks, maybe we've been 3rd and 1. You know, you do those in a 2-minute situations, you're not going to move it down the field.
Ben, you and Trey seem to be hooking up pretty good in this game. Was there a difference in energy from him and Carson this game?
I mean, when a young guy comes in and does so well, it obviously brings energy, and we just tried to get behind him as an offense because we knew he needed it, and that first drive really reflected it. But I would say yes, but you know, he's a good player, and we just got to get behind him.
Coach, just you always, people always say the difference between the first game and the second game. I think y'all's first game was a little bit different than most first games.
I just said that to our team. We've kind of had 2 very different kind of games.
So is it better to maybe look at what you do next week coming off of this versus, I mean, you understand what I'm asking?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I do, because I really just said that our team is kind of hard to judge from last week to this week, just because the opportunities weren't there. You know, and I think Trey probably would tell you this game was a lot harder game to play in because the expectations go up. You know, he got thrust in there. You know, he got put in there a little bit last week and played, but I expected to have that. So I think, you know what? And so really, first time he's played meaningful game on the line. Manny did some really good. I mean, he did some stuff. You're like, wow, you know. And then, and I think the things he really cares a lot. He's into it. He'll be better. I have no doubt he'll be better. I mean, you go back with the guys, I don't care who you've had around here. Only we played many true freshman quarterbacks. I'm sure there's probably one in there. I can't think of one right now, but I'm sure there's been somewhere. You know, it's a tough. They do a good job defensively. They throw a lot at you. Probably knew that too with a young guy. You know, coming in there and he'll shoot. I think a lot of guys. You know, I think people still have confidence in Carson. You know, but I think, you know, it's the same thing. We get stuff you practice, you got to be able to make plays. You got to, you know, we just felt like we needed a little bit of a boost in the passing game at that time of the game. You know, we certainly did that.
Coach, what's more frustrating to you, the lack of maybe being able to take care of the ball, or cause turnovers, or the penalties, because the penalties seem to be as costly. You had to delay a game to start that drive, and then you had the penalty that negated the touchdown. Could you just talk about that?
Well, I wasn't happy with the penalty that gave the touchdown. I saw it on the replay. I think it's called. You call 20 of those a game. I don't agree with that. That is frustrating. He was behind the ball and all that. That's going to happen. You know, the end, we had a true freshman who's hardly ever played. I don't know why, you know, we just was subbing in, you know, and it just, you know, we'd been talking about a number of things over there on the sideline, and it was just, it shouldn't happen, but it's a true freshman. And it wasn't Trey, you know, it was just another true freshman. And like I said, we came back, and, you know, I thought he made a really great throw, but on the one he just dropped, you know, one of our better players, you know, so. I don't know, they're kind of all frustrating. Yeah, I think the turnovers, you know, the one on the mesh on the boot, I don't know why. I just think he hit the hip of the back, you know, because there's no read involved. You know, we're gonna come and token fake it. You know, and then there's a time when you just take a sack and you punt it. You know, and those are things you do and things you gotta learn to do. And you know, he hadn't had to do that in a game. He hadn't had to do that in a practice all fall because he hadn't been tackled. You know, and so you just choose to do that. And so he's got to kind of learn in those situations. And I think first thing I told him was, when we say it, it's okay to punt. You know, it's okay to punt. Let's fun playing defense. We were doing a good job playing defense. Again, just a kind of a weird up and down game all night. You know, so many twists and turns where we had opportunities, just leaving points on the field. Yeah.
We probably need to group again a little better. When you, all right, last week you had difficulty tackling, but that's a whole different animal. I mean, you know, nothing taken away from Charleston Southern, but particularly in the first half, it struck me that you didn't tackle particularly well tonight, particularly when they got the initiative early in the game.
Yeah, I mean, they still got some good players too, got some talented guys, you know, still 101. I thought obviously we tackled a little better and, you know, really golly, you take the two balls they threw up. We were in great position on both balls. Our guys just made plays and we didn't. Yeah, I mean, there's a few things. You know, I was really disappointed the muddle huddle ball, they snapped the 2-point conversion. We practiced it, where I think we just kind of, everybody just was like, we stood there and watched it happen. You know, we had guys where they're supposed to be, we practiced it, and we just didn't attack. At the time, it was a big play. Every play, there were lots of, but every play in that game was a big play, because the way the game was going. That would have been, I think, 12-10 instead of 14-10. You know, and at this point, I think a couple times we scored, we took the possession before the half, and we took the lead, and then we gave them a drive. You know, and that was disappointing. But again, just playing complimentary football. You know, I thought their punter did a, you know, kind of unorthodox, but man, you know, I don't know what he ended up averaging, but we just, you know, field position. We never seemed to give us field position.
That's why they played 8 times, you know, twice.
Yeah, and they just had us pinned, you know, down there a bunch, and lots of things. I think we'll learn a lot more from this game than we did probably even from the last game. And again, you know, another dude, just come work, come work and stick together. Don't point fingers. You know, they hadn't been this way. I thought we had a great week of prep. I do, you know, but you still got to be able to go and execute. You have to take care of the ball. Do the things that help you win. We didn't do it tonight.
Coach, how's the health of the team coming out of this game?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. Josh Burrell, you know, that was a big loss. We lost him early in the game. I think an ankle, and I don't know. He'll probably be out. He'll probably be out a week or two for sure, at least. I don't know, but that was a big loss. You know, he's a big part of what we do. And Kyle was first second series he went out. Other than that, I don't know if anybody came to my attention, so I don't know. You know, we're in a little bit of a tough spot with where we are already between coming into the year. A couple of those guys we lost in August. Yeah, but it's where we are. It's football. You know, so we've got to have some opportunity for some other guys to step up. And those are things we'll do.
All right, thanks, Dave.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, man.